1-0.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Barstoolers. Obviously, as we know now that Ireland have been drawn against Denmark in the World Cup playoffs. The second leg will be at the Aviva Stadium. As of this current moment, we don't know what dates they'll be, but I'm sure by the time we watch this, you'll have seen it.
Or we might find out in the middle of it.
Yes,
you never know.
So yeah, Jay, as we spoke about earlier on, it's exactly the draw we wanted against probably the weakest looking team of the four top seeds, and the second leg's at home. We couldn't really have
the only way they could have went better is if we somehow magically got seeded and ended up playing one of the unseeded teams. But this is literally, it could not have gone any better.
Yeah, couldn't have gone better.
It was them or Switzerland, and I think, to be honest, I would have taken Denmark over Switzerland. They can be a bit hot cold sometimes.
And also, we didn't start another civil war against the North, so that
was always going to be good.
No,
I didn't really want that to happen,
but
it would have been there.
Yes,
if not.
Anyway, on to Denmark. So Denmark, they were in I don't know what's really making their group. They had Poland, obviously.
It's an easy group. There's not what was it? Poland was their only real.
But they had Montenegro and Romania, right, and Armenia in the group as well.
Armenia,
and they have Mkhitaryan,
Kazakhstan,
isn't he? Mkhitaryan's Armenian. So I mean, like they had to play well to get through the group. Any team that gets into the playoffs is a good side.
I still think we had a tougher time.
Oh, I think we did a tough time.
I think us getting through is a lot. Yeah, I mean, if it was done on rankings that way.
So the highlights of their kind of their qualifying campaign, where they beat Poland 4-0 at home when they kind of needed to get a victory, and it kick-started the last few games. They drew in the last match against Romania at home, but they did win away 1-0 in Montenegro. Montenegro, we played a couple of times. They're not terrible. They're not brilliant, but they went away to these places and they won. So yeah,
they done what they needed to do.
Yeah, but I mean, they did hammer Poland, and the Poles are 6th in the world. And say what you want about the FIFA rankings, but
there's no smoke without fire.
Yeah.
There's a reason that they're there.
So
they're not. They are a bit silly sometimes, but they're not completely ridiculous.
Yes. So yeah, their main player is Christian Eriksen of Tottenham. I think people who watch the Premier League and just generally know a bit about football, they know a good bit about Christian Eriksen from set pieces. He's absolutely deadly.
So dangerous from set pieces.
He just kind of always seems to pop up as well in those little gaps. So that's good there.
The fact that he's their goal scorer, although he does score goals, but you know what I mean. He is their main source. It'd be like he is their Zlatan Ibrahimovic, like they would have, or you know what I mean, that player. Yeah,
they do up front also have Mr. Lord Bentner, Nicholas Bentner, formerly of Arsenal. He's playing now his football in Norway for Rosenborg, and he played against Dundalk over the summer in the Champions League qualifiers. Didn't play great, but ultimately Rosenborg saw off Denmark Dundalk in extra time in the second leg. So yeah, those are kind of their, Eriksen is the big one. He's the one that we have to.
They do have a good keeper as well.
Oh, Kasper Schmeichel obviously is their goalkeeper.
Obviously Peter Schmeichel's son, and Peter Schmeichel is their most capped player. He's major for Denmark, so we're gonna have to do things especially good to get past.
I think whoever we played, we were gonna have to up our game to play.
Yeah, there were 4 teams that we could beat on our day, but also 4 teams that could
beat us. So that's what they're unbeaten in 9 games at the moment, which is a decent run they're on. I spoke to our Danish correspondent Johnny. I asked him what the feeling was over there, and he said, from what I'm reading in the news and Twitter, people think it's 50-50. The fans of both teams are going to have a blast and make a good scene to the games, but they have a feeling that they're going to have a really hard away game. And with the away game being the second leg, they're not enthused by that. But yeah, I think they're going to see this as
absolutely. I don't think anybody would have want to come to Ireland.
The 4 seeds, I think the weakest people probably just who maybe I know a bit about Northern Irish football because it's part of the sphere that we live in, and I think they're a decent side, probably underrated by the rest of Europe. But I'd say people were like, I think people want to maybe avoid Sweden and ourselves more than kind of Greece and Northern Ireland. So Denmark didn't qualify for the Euros in 2016. They didn't qualify. Did they qualify for 2014? I don't think they did.
They did not.
So you see kind of that they've been missing out of tournaments. They did qualify for Euro 2012 and they qualified for 2010. So some of these players, a lot of these players will have been around international football and international football tournaments, so they know how to get there. So yeah, I think for us overall, it's an excellent draw. It's probably our best chance for a long time to get
100%, and I know a lot of lads are going to go over to Denmark, and then the Aviva on whatever day it is between the 9th and the 14th is going to be hopping.
Yeah.
No matter what happens in Denmark, hopefully I take a draw, a scored draw, get an away goal in there. Obviously a win would be better.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just
obviously a win over there would be great, but if we can score over there away goals,
I mean, it's going to be tough to get over there, and you know what I mean. And they're going to come at us, and they have those
cold as well.
Quite cold. Wrap up.
Yeah, one thing about the game at home is the rugby team are playing South Africa on a Saturday of the weekend of the playoffs. So the pitch, obviously the ground staff at the Aviva are quite good. We obviously saw the turnaround for they played the Leinster-Munster match the day after Ireland. It's the other way around. So yeah, I'd say the pitch will be in good condition, but it is kind of also something to think about going forward. I'm delighted. I'm
absolutely over the moon, and I cannot wait.
Yeah,
I'm super excited.
And Nick has posed a question to us. He kind of said, if Martin O'Neill does get us there, is he our best ever manager? Taking into account Jack Charlton had probably a much higher quality team, playing for the best teams in England at the time.
Yeah.
Is O'Neill?
I think he definitely makes a strong argument. In my opinion, I would say yes.
If he wins,
and we get through, I think that really shows it. He's putting a good case forward. I mean, we talked about it before, whether the contract was right or not. After Wales, I think it showed that he gets the job done, and he has done. It's easy to kind of criticise him, but that's what we're here to do. Do you know what I mean? We're not going to sit here and say and just completely be blind to what's going on.
Yeah.
He does make some questionable decisions, but he also makes some great decisions.
And questionable decisions that we go, what's he doing there? And then it works out, and you go, that's what he's doing. So I think we're probably a bit harsh on him here in Dublin. Another thing, I was in Copenhagen about 6-7 months ago, and it's absolutely beautiful. And it was pretty cold in March. I'd say it's going to be colder in November, but it was deadly. I mean, it's a great old city. Their stadium is I think it holds 30,000-40,000 people. So it's not the biggest stadium in the world, but then again, either was Cardiff City Stadium, and we filled a good bit of that. So we'll wait and see what the allocation is. Still waiting to see if we get a notification. Haven't got a notification to when it is. So we'll be back over the next month with a lot more.
Yay, we have loads more stuff to do.
We're doing Danish lessons, everything. So you can sign up on
the whole thing about Carlsberg.
Yes, Carlsberg. There's actually a lot of Carlsbergs. Did you know that?
Yeah, there's all different.
And Tuborg
is actually part of Carlsberg.
There's so many different Carlsbergs.
So much to talk about over the next month.
So much Carlsberg to talk about. I'm actually honest to God, there's 6 or 7 different Carlsberg, and there's porter and other ones. That doesn't make any sense. But there's literally, I went over there and there's a Carlsberg, I don't know what it's called, it's Master Carlsberg or something, and it's 10%.
Well, you know what to drink when you get over there.
Yes, this is really irresponsible. Well, drink responsibly, but I'm just saying that there is a lot of Carlsberg that we don't have here. Anyway, good few Irish bars as well in the kind of city centre, so that's quite good. And the stadium, I think, is easy enough to access. So we'll be back, as we said. Thank God Ireland qualified for the playoffs, so we had nothing to talk about. Cork City's game against Derry is going ahead tonight, so Cork can win the league despite their stadium.
Let's say they're going to blow the roof off.
Jesus.